The most important part of this question is that it is centered at 2, 3. So it's not centered at the origin, meaning I need a picture. So I'm going to write that down over here. Not centered at origin. Need a picture. So I need to graph that line. It needs to be in y equals form, which it already is, so we're covered there. I can plug the line equation into my calculator into y equals form and get the points out of the table. Let me show you that with this one. I like that with the calculator load. But if I don't want to do it that way, I can very easily just start at the y-intercept. So that positive 2 is the y-intercept. I'm going to start there. So I'm going to start at 2 on the y-intercept, and then I'm going to use the slope, which is 1 over 2. So that means up 1, right 2, and I can plot more points. Up 1, right 2, and I can just plot the line like this, not needing to use the calculator. I can also go, instead of up 1, right 2, I can go down 1, left 2 to keep my line going. And I can draw my line that way. If I do want to put it in the calculator, I hit the y equals button up in the top, and then I put the equation of the line in there. So I hit alpha y equals to bring the fraction menu up. And I'm at 1/2 x plus 2. So 1/2 x plus 2. I hit enter. I can see a graph of it if I want to. My window is very zoomed out. So I want to go zoom button and then 6 for zoom standard. So there's my line, which is what I drew on my picture. If I want the points, I hit second graph, it'll give me a table. And then I can scroll up and down there and get the points. So if you don't want to graph the line without the calculator, that's how you use the calculator. So here's my line right there. Now the center is 2, 3. So I like to put a nice X on that center. So I'm going to go to the center, 2, 3. I'm going to put a good dark colored in X there. So let me write that down here. Mark the center with a nice dark X. Two situations will happen here. Either the X will be directly on the line, which it is in this problem, and this is the case most of the time. Sometimes it won't be on the line. We'll deal with that in other problems. But in this one, when it is on the line, there's a very simple rule to remember. And it is, if the center is on the line, the equation stays the same. That's because with the center on the line, it's 0 away from the line. And when we use the scale factor, it doesn't matter because you're going to multiply it by 0 and you're still going to get 0. So the original equation here is y equals 1/2 x plus 2, which means the new equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Look out for these problems. They're very common. And it's tempting to not pick the answer that's the exact same as the one you start. So the big thing is if the center is on the line, the equation has to stay the same.